First point goes to Praia. Club was only founded in 2008. And last year's national title was the first national title that they've actually won, but having only been born 10 years ago, that's impressive. Boskovic has been given the first 2 balls for Eczacibasi. Even from the left side, she's effective. It's a sign of things to come that Boskovic will be used a lot today. Business time has started at the FIVB Club World Championships. Fegre shut down. Chance, good cover, pretty still underneath the block. Second chance is the tip. The off-block cover is strong, so high through the pipe is Larsen. Goes high, but 6 is sitting really nicely deep and just waiting for that touch. Into another big rally. But Sue Ellen just plucks it up with one hand. What a rally this one is. This could be a sign of things to come. Eventually, Eczacibasi take the points, but Sue Ellen makes 2 world-class digs, which will give her some confidence. Ribeiro just sitting so still, so relaxed, ready for anything that Boskovic throws. That's Jordan Larsen. And those who know Jordan Larsen well knows that she hits the float serve very flat and very fast. Difficult to receive. They've gone straight after Fegre. She's the front court receiver. Going straight for the snake's head. Front court receiver, if you can take her out with a front court setter, Carly Lloyd, as good as she is, will struggle if the pass is not good from the front court receiver. Same tactic again, out of system, down ball from Eczacibasi. Boskovic! Hello! That's Boskovic at her very, very best. Hitting off the body, opening up well, and hitting angles that not many others in the world can hit. Brazil this year, it wasn't their year at the Women's World Championships. Missing out on the final 6, losing a game to Germany that, with the side that they had, was against the odds. That cost them, and errors are costing them dearly here. Fegre from the left side. And now Fabiana missing out from the right as well. Sorry, that's my mistake. Fabiana actually scores. Fast play. 2 in. Middle blocking from VitrA. Sublime. Boskovic is difficult to get past, but when the middle manages to get out into those sorts of positions there, no splits in the block, no seams to attack, the arms drop inside very late and seal the point. VitrA now with the serve. Pass is good from Michelle. The slide attack from Praia, wide enough to access the line. That's crucial. The width of the set from Lloyd, impressive. Here's Lloyd to serve, part of Kachkaraya's USA national side. Looking for gold in Tokyo, as the top teams are. That's too wide though. Technical timeout. Eczacibasi have started so well. And that's credit to Jordan Larsen and her serving. Praia have spent most of this opening time out of system. setting, using the pipe, and the very intriguing thing now for Eczacibasi is using the middle, whether it's the front court or the back, will hold the opposition blocker, and now they can go to the outsides and hopefully get some one-on-ones or at least get some gaps in between the block. High play, Boskovic. She is human. She does make mistakes. VitrA has gone straight back and decided to get her own back on Jordan Larson with a similar serve. One that's floating, it's quick. The quicker the ball comes at you, the more you tend to tense up on the touch. Eczacibasi will have to stay relaxed here. The setting is good from Damshire. Higher to the outside, 2 in. The speed in the middle. The key for the success. Carroll, strong with the inside hand. Kim serves short, she's out the attack. Boskovic isn't. The beauty about this team is that Boskovic is a get-out-of-jail free card. When the pass isn't there, well, there's only one person to go to. She can score. Back on the front court, receiver. Blocking angle on the right side. Trying to see if Carly Lloyd can get the ball across Fawcett. Fawcett loves hitting cross court. Back to the outside, swipe to the line. Net touch called. VitrA served again, out of system. Has to go to Fawcett. That's super high from her. Good touch to slow the game down from Eczacibasi though. Boskovic has been shut down a couple of times already. And Jordan Larson hitting off the body, wrist away, thumb down. She knows exactly the situation in front of her. She's completely aware that she's got 2 blockers on her. She knows that the ball's gone high. So if she tries to hit to the line, she'll just find the block. She works away from the body so nicely. Kim on a good run here. Michelle using great intelligence there. Super tight, so you have to work off the hands. Shooting the top scorer for this competition so far. 39 from 2 games. Larson again, this time she goes high. Lloyd comes in, uses the pipe. The tempo, the rhythm, impressive again. Imagine playing on the backcourt and having to adjust the position of your body when the ball goes to the back at that speed. Damaging from Praia. Still 4 behind. Kim is getting so much of the serves. VitrA just sweeping to the line, looking for the touch. Might see a challenge here. Maybe not. VitrA playing 6 so nicely. 6's job to sit in between the block, but also stay deep and just wait for the touch off the hands. More pipe play Kim just sits so still. What makes Boskovic so impressive is the way that she looks to the line with her body and manages to work in the other direction, but still keep power and still keep accuracy. But for anybody watching, it looks as if her power is completely to the line, and then she goes to work on the angle. Larson currently the top scorer, though, with 4. Boskovic just behind with 3. We've got a challenge here, but from where I'm sat, that looked in. No! Does not matter what I see. The ball is out. Fernando Rodriguez with 27 points before this game, but the top scorer from Praia, Nicole Fawcett, with 31. It is Fawcett with the ball in hand. And she is a player that does go for a topspin jump serve. Not only does she go for it, she absolutely nails it. Hey, and from absolutely nowhere, Praia are back within touching distance. Is good to the wings, but the discipline in the blocking. Larson doing the business on the front court, holding a strong line, taking time away from the spiker, not worrying so much about the height. Another long serve though. Eczacibasi won the European CEV Cup in 2017. And the battle that they have with Vakif Bank internationally, but also domestically, is incredible. 2 of the best teams in the world in the same city. Technical timeout, 16-11, 5-point game. Doesn't feel like a 5-point game. Let's have a listen to what they have to say.
我们看一下我们第2次技术暂停，我们的打鼓的小手来秀一下。
Service run potentially needed here. Blocks also. Very tight. Maybe a lift. Or a hand over. Double touch given. No complaints from Gamza. Foot fault. That's maybe just a characteristic of Praia throughout this first set, is that maybe, just maybe, there's one error too many at times when they really need to score. In system, Suellen, who has played really well. Once again, they're just sitting inside, blocking a real tight line on that slide attack. This time it doesn't quite work, but it's just worth watching. They're seeing if the slide attack, the setting from Lloyd, can go wide enough to still access the line. 3-point though for Carol. She's a superstar. She can put them away. Kim the target once again. Boskovic spreading the net, great setting from Gamsa. That's running from one line to the other. They're serving away from Boskovic, trying to make it difficult for the setter to find her. When the pass is strong, Boskovic can really be unleashed. That'll do. What a swing. Carroll again, slightly wider, and as long as you stay out of 6, it's a great swing. Middle show 5 can hit either way. Carroll did that really nicely. Larson playing well. Connection between the setter and her middles, very good. Meyer. Ball looks like it's gone off of Larson into the antenna and out of play. Lloyd setting with better width. It's a very good swing to access the line from the right side. There's Maria, the substitution coming in. Great run of serves this. They're right in touch. Service pressure, such a key component. Kim gets the ball in, it's slightly quick. That's just an angle that's incredible from Larson, not for the first time, but that's all about, for me, the way that she opens up, stays high and works away from the body. Service goes wide. Still a 3-point game. Larson has been incredible throughout this first. But the passing of Kim due to the serving. It's good serving from Praia. It's not poor passing. Force it. The challenge is for a foot fault. This is very smart. Even if it's not a foot fault, it slows the game down. Larson still the top scorer with 7 so far. Boskovic 4. Yet to make a block though, that's surprising. Usually the block tally slightly higher. Foot fault was the question, and that's just, for me, a ploy to try and slow the game down. Working just like a timeout. The rhythm of Fawcett trying to be disrupted because she's so effective. Out of system again, outside to Larson. She's hit sharp now, she tips line. But the defense is ready. One is sitting very, very high. Out of system. Boskovic has to play setter. Skyball with the bump from Larson. Chance here, taken. Game on. Back to 1. Scurrying around everywhere. The quick back set's key. They're looking for that avenue between the two blockers. Taken. Making the block run after you. Cat and mouse style to try and utilize the gaps that open up due to the setter's offensive play. Timeout taken now. Close. Challenge. For sure there's a challenge. The commentary position here very high in the stands, but that was close. In or out? In! No matter what Eczacibasi throw at Praia here, they have an answer. Fawcett is on fire. Whether they challenge or time out, showing some big psychological skills. Mental toughness. They've come back from a long way down here. More big serves. The pass is very fast. Two in the block. But the cover, incredible from Eczacibasi. And that's a fantastic read. VitrA sees that so early. The middle blocker, all about reading the game. Maybe Boskovic is involved in that too. VitrA's cover, first of all, sensational. But it's Larsen that makes the read. My mistake on her international teammates. But blocking is all about reading the game, not about watching the ball. Miss serves probably shows where the momentum of this game is at. Shelley to serve to position one now. Larsen's the target because Boskovic is at 4. Now there's a net touch. The serving is purely trying to keep Boskovic out of the game. The left-hander on the right side, it's difficult to get the width on the set, especially if the ball's at position 1. Pressure on Ganser, but the serving tactic will probably be the same here. Position 1, stop it from getting to Boskovic. They go back to Larsen. She scores. Boskovic hasn't quite fired, neither has Kim, but Larsen has had a very, very good spiking game. Front court receiver served again. Front court setter, so they go to the pipe. It's a great way to utilize the middle area of the court. Really is. That's a really nice run. 3 in. Boskovic is trying to join the party, but Boskovic still has to worry about the wing spiker. So there's always a gap opening through the two blockers. Praia are in front here, having trailed by plenty. Not another ace. This time it's long. Boskovic still on the front court, but only for one more rotation. This might have to be smash and grab stuff from Eczacibasi, making the most of having their superstar opposite on the front court. First of all, she has to try and make a block. Good side out. Slight spatch by the look of it, but Figueiredo's got 2 against her. Goes over the top. Timeout called. Set point to Praia.
Middle,
But Larson just sitting around on the angle makes the dig. Another opportunity. This time the block is in the game. Suellen with the cover. Back to the opposite, force it again. 2 chances not taken. And now Kim Young-kim from South Korea brings us back all square. Volleyball in its finest form. Two swings for the set. Need to take the opportunities when they present themselves. Then, the 2018 FIVB World Championship MVP fires out the back. Second set point. Fegre serving. Unbelievable. The world's best players feel the pressure as well. Larson on the front court. She's going to see some ball in a minute as well. Kim Young-kim, MVP from the 2012 Olympic Games in London. Good passing. Micheli stays high, stays deep and stays accurate. Hits up. Hits up on the ball. Pulls her arm through very well. Third set points. Kim just going through her reception motions. Doesn't help her too much there. Larson has to set Boskovic out of the system. Fires long. First sets to the Brazilian champions, Praia. And they were some way down. Nicole Fawcett's 3 aces helping the comeback. But Praia take the first set 27-25. What a start to one of the best games that we have had all week. Before we start the second, let's look at some highlights from the first set. What a game. Kim will serve first. A big comeback needed. It's a good serve as well, but Suellen has been sensational today. She's just made that play from the left-hand side of her. The ball's almost got past her, so she's had to be really late with her arms and pop the ball in. Finally, the point's been scored off the hands of Larson. Serving is very, very strong. Kim shaking a little bit with the platform, but smiles from Boskovic, who's really trying to find some form here. Gidmar next up. Short on the front court receiver yet again. The pipe's back in the game, but it's out of system. The connection just isn't there at the minute. Larson goes chopping and is left reeling because her team are just not covering. Carly Lloyd gets another small victory over her American teammates. A year for the USA that was so good early on at the VNL, but only taking a 5th at the World Champs was a disappointment for them. Back to the middle, working through those gaps. VitrA. And that's all in the width. But why do you play that ball at fast speed? The tougher it is for the blocker. Almost they have to operate out of their body line to try and get their hands in front of the ball. Smooth and through. Fawcett, who's been mightily impressive, especially from the baseline. Figure 8. Kim loose with the reception again. Boskovic can only go angle. She can't get her feet inside the ball that quickly. 3 in the block. Second opportunity, this time for Praia. They don't miss. And Boskovic is struggling from the left side. Unless the ball gets across her to access the line, the 3 blockers are doing a great job. Figure stays high to the perimeter of courts and is rewarded. This game is not about hitting steep. Pass on Kim again. Boskovic again can't access the line. They know this. It's smart. They're taking the angles away from Boskovic. Can she this time? She tries to. It's a little bit wider, but it needs to be flat for Boskovic out at the stick. She keeps getting dug. Praia are building again. They've got Boskovic eating out the palm of their hand at the moment. Beisha comes in. It's not middle blocking that's the problem, though, for Eczacibasi. Their pass. Kim is the target. Kim is struggling to fix her platform. But the substitution is a very good one. Slows the game down, disrupts the momentum of the server. Pass is perfect. But Jordan Larson, who's been really good so far, the cover, they're looking for a lift. No problems from Larson. Good decision. Boskovic is stopped again. The pressure on the setter is incredible here, though. And the ball just isn't wide enough for Boskovic to go anywhere but angle. Usually she can choose, take it early and hit sharp, take it late and hit line, but when the ball dies inside, she's only hitting towards position 6. The pass from Kim, too fast for the setter. Kim this time goes to town. The cover, though, from Praia, really good. Nice and relaxed from the libero. Speeding the game up. Back to Kim. 3 stacking angle. It's intriguing to look at the defense positioning. You've got 4 sitting on the sharp one, 5 on the outside, but you've also got 6 sitting around taking the cross court on Kim, and only 1 defender taking the line. Changing defensive strategy for each player. They've done their homework. Pass is very straight. 2 in, no. The difference at the moment is Carly Lloyd is setting with width. Setting really well with width to the pin. And it's giving options to the spiker. It can go either way. Technical timeout, Praia cruising.
Take your receiver high, but this is one you have. You play there, it's okay, let's help. That's the game, okay?
Boskovic does start to come back towards the line there, it's more width. But with Larson, you feel that when she's touching the ball, it's for a very, very long time. She holds her platform, but it's very soft. Something they haven't managed to. Stay with 2 out, 2 in the block. Sitting on the outside is the libero doing her job. Sharp from Kim. Maybe not so much width there, but Kim's feet get to the ball so quickly. A slow first step, 2 quick ones after that. She's at the ball and she can go anywhere she likes. into the net, brings us back to 2. This is just slightly different to what the general feeling was around the stadium today. Everyone expected this to be close, but Praia are surprising a few. Lloyd setting well again. Good width, gives options to Fagere. Larson having to chase past that one. Again, the ball's inside. Larson is stuck between a rock and a hard place there. There's nowhere to score, so she has to try and wipe off the hands. She misses. Francine comes in. Both Turkish teams can field 4 international players. It's the same, 3 in the block, no angles for Larson. Taking all her hitting angles away, but get your own back from Eczacibasi. 3 in the block, taking the hitting angles away from the spiker. Can't go to the line, can't swing angle, especially on the pipe attack. Spikers know they have to keep the ball away from 6. But if you can try and take 5 and 1 away, they're really struggling. Fast play to the line. Lloyd with speed, out of sync. This game is heating up. Challenge for a block touch. Sorry, change, floor touch. Hawkeye providing to be the best eye. But Boskovic looks like she's all over that. It's a very good challenge, but some dig. Play slow down again, so missed serve. Too many missed serves from Eczacibasi today. And comes in, and Paula, double substitution to keep 3 blockers on the front court. 3 spikers as well. But especially when the rotation is as it is, the setter at position 4 is always a rotation that almost every team in the world struggles with. And the double substitution almost gets you out of that and keeps 3 in. Larson thought she'd won the point. Goes away celebrating, but she has to go to work again. Width is good. Boskovic. That's where Boskovic will score. The width is so much better from the setter. And the further the ball travels in the set, the more chance you've got of having gaps across court. The ball travels quicker than feet. Long lines open up splits in the block. Opportunities to score follow. Quick plays through the middle. Fabiana, the real deal. Comes in quick, tracks the ball in the whole way, goes in with the ball. Reverse substitution, Rosemaria coming back in. Not that fast play for the middle spiker to be able to attack 5 and open up to that back left corner. Key. Off the block, second opportunity, good discipline. The off blocker doing well to get off and take that sharp one. That's twice. Eczacibasi have managed to get 3 in the block. On the pipe attack, they know that VitrA is a problem. And actually, just remembering, that's the first set that the Turkish team have lost all season. Undefeated in the league, but also every victory so far being a 3-0. Character being asked right here. Short on the front court receiver, has to go opposite. Two ways you could look at that. Good usage from the opposite spiker. Or just poor defense from Eczacibasi. Fabiana. Oh, some lark off the net back. It's a good angle. But this is where the game's going. Faster serves, closer to the net band, less time to react, less time to track the ball. If you get a touch off the net band, you're in luck. (14-12), surely not 2-0 coming through here. Kim gets her way through. That's good. She knows she's got a problem to the line. She knows that the ball's quite tight. So she takes on the blocker that has to travel the longest distance to get to that position, finds an avenue through the hands that aren't quite set. Too many missed serves. Eczacibasi serving and passing have not been strong enough. Trust in the bench. Can use 6 substitutions a set. 15-13. High from Kim. That's nice width again. 2 in. Goes back to the outside, but the cover from Larson just sitting at 6. And Boskovic has options there. The ball comes across her, can either take it early or late. Double change though. Boskovic being sacrificed on the 10 attack. Götze comes in. Actually to serve. Such an interesting time of this game. Eczacibasi really need to try and take this set to send it to 1-1. From 2-0 down, it's a long way. Speed. Makes it so easy for Ellen, but look at that. Close game now. Passing and serving from Praia has been more consistent.
It's just like that. They are behind, sometimes also can this ball side.
From Ellen, it really is. As the ball goes off the net, she has to create more space on the wing to then get her feet to the ball and be aggressive. The approach is strong. Timeout called. The pressure on the shoulders of Eczacibasi is huge here. They're a team that expect to win every competition they enter, and they expect to win every game convincingly.
And he touches the block and stay behind in defense. Let's go quickly. If his block is open, let's go. If his block is quickly.
This time goes long and dropping to 2-0 down. Looks more likely by the second here for Eczacibasi. Pass is good. Rumaya turns that. It's not really wrist, it's all upper body, but she knows that she has to go left because to the right she's got two. Kim needing to pull her team through here. No Boskovic still on court. Ellen, Ananda, Rosa Maria have made big impacts since coming off the bench. Kim again passing a little bit too straight, but Larson, it does open up Larson. And if you do pass to two, which is the right side of court, it helps open up your outside spiker to open up gaps in the block. That's one thing that does come to mind there when Kim passes straight on. Pass is good, slides open. Again, that same avenue being attacked by Praia. Can just see all the time Barros Jr. just dictating some plays from his team. Free ball should really go to Eczacibasi. No, the defense is strong again. But they're battling for each other and they're getting the results they deserve here, Praia. Beisha and Boskovic as well. Big moments. Boskovic has 3 rotations on the front court. And she has to fire. She hasn't been at her best throughout the first hour of this game. Fast passing into a straight zone. It's a good read from Larson, but unfortunately for her, she's reaching a bit too far and it means she just can't penetrate at the net. Praia's game has been fearsome. After a slow start, they've just kept grinding away. More service pressure. Kim the target. Still no Boskovic. They go to the middle. Boskovic is out on the left side. That hasn't been her favoured side. Front court receiver served again. Opposite the ball goes Larson, who's had a very good game in defense. Boskovic, hello. She's back. You have to keep giving credit to Jordan Larson. Timeout to Praia. It's a great timeout. Barros telling Eczacibasi to sit down before they get too comfortable. The rest has done her very well. 2 in 2 since coming back off the bench. Revitalized. Good setting as well. Chipping high. To the outside, Kim out of system, goes for the tip and scores. All of a sudden, Kim is scoring. Jordan Larson has been incredible from the service line when she's needed to be. And Boskovic is scoring as well. The three parts of the engine are starting to fire again for Eczacibasi. Through the middle, off the body. High in, Kim just hanging out, looking for that off-the-block work. And Larson. Jordan Larson has been the pinnacle. She's held it together here. Eczacibasi have brought this back from the brink. And mostly it's due to Jordan Larson. Serving, playing defense in between the block. Making hay while the sun shines.
Segura, deixa ela pregar na Laís ali. Tá bom? Vambora, calma, tá? 4 pontos na posição, rodamos no jogo.
Boskovic, 3 and 3 since coming off the bench. When she's needed, she comes back to the party. She brings gifts for everyone. Seams are open. There's only one way that ball's going. Straight through the gap. Coverage, out of system, Larson from way downtown. Larson again! Running out of words to describe Jordan Larson right now. Serving, defense, the pipe attack. In the last 5 minutes, Larson's gone through the roof. And she's taking everyone with her. Top scorer in the game now, Larson, 13 points. Great cover, chance in transition to the outside. Larson again getting caught up with the libero. On the run is the setter, but going through is Kim Eczacibasi. Where did they pull that from? An unbelievable run of points brings us back to 1-1. And both teams in different sets have come back from big deficits to win. 27-25, 21-25. We are tied at 1-1. So far, the best game of the week. Let's have a look at some highlights in just a second to see at times, but that's strange. Carly Lloyd still on the bench. As is Fawcett. Front court receiver again, Kim serves. She's trying to get Boskovic out. But the tactics is all in the pass. The passing angle, difficult straight to the line to turn it back to 2.5. It makes it easier for the setter to run the ball across the front of the net. Service pressure, key in this game. Larson again on the pipe, she's just clever. She's clever because the ball is set too far in front of her. She has to lift it, but she also has to change direction. She can't just tip the body line, so she just works back. The block is drifting to her right-hand side. She tips body line, she gets dunked. Service to 1, angle to 3, not there. They're cooking on gas again, Eczacibasi. Serving has been something they've struggled with, but this little slider down the line is working nicely for them. To get the ball into 3 is just difficult if it's to 1. When it's 6, it's much easier. The angles become not as aggressive. Boskovic goes for the tip as well. Seam from Fabiana. Chance from Kim. 4 touches maybe. There wasn't even 4 touches, it just hit the net. Paula doing the work. 187. A block reach of 290. Short on Kim, it's very tight. But there's a net touch or a hand over. Can't block the setter. Rule that's not allowed. Again, the overpass just makes things very easy for Fabiana. But what you can sense about Eczacibasi is that they've woken up. The intensity and the engagement is much more apparent as this game progresses. Such an experienced customer, Fabiana. Larson is playing so well. So well. It makes everything easier. Maya just working on the slide, snapping it back angle. The middle has to hold to look after the pipe because they're using the pipe on such a regular basis when Larson's on the back court. Simple stuff, but it's effective. Digging away, overpass again. Maya having to play some defense. Back out now to Larson. Tips line. 1 is sat high behind the block. 6 is worrying about the seam. Means there's a gap on the high line. 6 has to try and gamble on that ball to try and take it. If they see from Larson that the body is turned, that's their time to get after it. Off the net. Angle's the only option available. Good blocking. Not twice will they let Maya get through there. Pass is tight again, but Larson. She turns to the high line, now she goes to the steep line. Jordan Larson is holding this whole performance together. That's gone on the angle. But speaking to Tijana Boskovic yesterday, I asked her what her dream 7 would be, and she put Jordan Larson straight in there. And you can see why. Again, goes steep line, high line, snap back angle. Unbelievable. Larson is dictating this game.
Agressividade, sacar forte, ir pra decidir.
Not just point scoring either. Who are losing their bites, losing their confidence. To 1, the ball has to try and go the 3 there, but they're out of system again. Chance of the free ball to go up by 6 would be massive. Larson comes one way, then goes the other. Got every tool she needs. Larson, 18 points now. Boskovic, 13. Fawcett, who's not even on anymore, with 10. No Fawcett. And no Carly Lloyd is surprising. But Larson, she's in the tally that you'd normally see from Voskovic at 18. 14 spikes, and that's a big point for them. Great width on the set. Gamsa really whipping that one out to 2. The dig is strong from Praia, but every time they get 3 in the block on the pipe, they're getting success. Eczacibasi drifting around. Bit of pinball. Finding that high sky ball from Larson. Chance on the counter to the wings. Again, it's another block touch that's just favourable for Eczacibasi. Finally, there's an error from the right side. 2 or 3 bits of luck for Eczacibasi in there. A couple of times the inside hand on the block wasn't quite finished. Hands weren't quite dropped inside. But they got away with it. Carroll comes back in. Larson back to serve, which means trouble for Praia. They need to get off this rotation quick. But Larson, when she's not serving or scoring, makes digs as well. Kim volleys wide. Kim passing very straight, fast. The speed. There's only really one option there. It's difficult to play off the shoulder to the 10, which is the backcourt attack to 1. So they quicken up the play to the wings to still try and hold the middle long enough for Kim to hit angle. Passing straight, middle's wide. This is a different game now. Muchly down to Larson, holding it together when the others were faltering, and now the Dream Team are all singing off the same hymn sheet. So Ellen passing out of system. Chance, but there's 2 through. Good angle. Ellen there really didn't have much to work with back to the line. Had to go through cross court. Work with or around the block. That's compliments to the passing, the setting, and the spiking. Pass has to be good to run that play. Set was good, middle's on time, showing in the air, nice and early. 2 up. The outside 2 and wide. I don't want to spend the whole show talking about Jordan Larson, but she scored 18 to 20 points, but she's made more digs than that. Sitting in the seam and just mopping everything up. There's another one, but not quite. Letting that one just get past it. passing. Kim scores. It's a real, like, finish through the ball. Fingers and thumbs pointing downwards. Technical timeout, 8-point game. They're in a good spot, Eczacibasi. They haven't always been. They've been made to work to get here. But they're doing a great job. Still no forcing. This sports out in China. The women are the Olympic gold medalists from Rio. Great setting to Boskovic. To get to that position where you still hold here, work back to the 10. Boskovic puts the ball away. But the setting was really good. Really, really good. Timeout called. Larson still with 18 at the top. But matched. How many digs has Larson made as well? Boskovic scoring again. Force it. Well, she can't score from the bench, but she's still the top scorer for her team. So far off the net is a testament to A, the middle player getting further out in their approach and creating good angles, but also the setter's speed and the finish through to the target. Fizzing the ball. Larson going off the block. Cover is strong. 4 is just working as an off block. And then 3 working together. It's been a key change that from Eczacibasi. Using 3 blockers as often as possible has caused problems. Free gifts with a free ball just drifting over the net. The testament to the spiker working to the sideline. So many changes. Carroll on the side. Faye on the side as well. Fawcett on the side. So all of the players with huge experience for Praia. Have been rested. Echki comes in. Free ball. Easy pickings, really. Larson again on the outside. Just has the option. There she has the seam she can go after. The middle block is just a little bit slow going out due to the good pass, or she can work off the body on a sharp angle. Free ball. Opportunity. Libero steps in. Setter goes to the back. Moving the setter from front to back means that you drag the opposition middle with you. Doesn't even go that time. And then Ellen is stuck. She needs to dive in and help. The middle is already thinking about the outside. High. 24-10 now. Set points, and this has been really intriguing. Eczacibasi have played well, but this is a different six that they're playing against. No Fabiana, no Carol, no Lloyd, and no Fawcett. Serves long, 25-11. It's a different game against a different six. But Eczacibasi are flying here. Lloyd, well, she's not playing, but her American teammate certainly is. Larson, the top scorer, 25-11. Eczacibasi are back in form as we go into the fourth set. But first, some highlights from a strong set from the team from Turkey. First ball goes out. A couple of changes from both sides, really. Both sides through. Lloyd and Fawcett still off. Larson still on, Boskovic still on, which usually shows that Eczacibasi are going for the juggler. Exia started, as you can see. Beisha as well. No Kim this time around. Boskovic again back to hitting some very nice angles. That one's just through the body, which is the most natural one. Thumb goes down into that right hand pocket. Super tight. That's an outrageous set. Well found. Praia, if they can play like that, that's got flair and abundance. Height through the middle as well. Carol's back on. Now she's serving. Serve is a good one as well to one, but that's a great set trying to find the middle. Opportunity awaits in transition. Two go up. Well watched again. Chance on the counter. Block out. Boskovic now with the serve. Both teams using the middle to try and hold the opposition middle blocker as this game goes on. Trying to get into the middle blocker's head. Don't use the middle. It's very easy for them to start releasing to the outsides. Front court receiver yet again. Front court setter, so they go to the 10. Great setting. But Boskovic is just going into a world of her own now. She didn't have all of her own way early on, but now Boskovic is ripping different angles from a high altitude. Two up. Good cover, just staying still underneath the block. But twice the blockers work together. Eczacibasi and now in full flow. Slightly off the net, trying to work around the block, out of system. That's funny, every other team would probably look to try and feed the ball out to the wing spiker in that situation, but this team try and find Boskovic every time they can. Service mistakes. Risk versus reward. Sometimes you have to bring some real heat to disrupt the rhythm, but well, behind for the service receivers, but others you just miss out because you're going for it too much. Touch off the block, maybe a challenge, no. Especially thought that they'd won that point. Serve is long again. 2 missed serves, costly. This game just seems to have lost that bite that we had half an hour ago, where we did not know what was going on, but it's coming back. Pass into good zones. So athletic through that center stage. The outside, 2 in. Great read. Ellen's had a good game out there. Dynamic. Uses a lot of power at the bottom of her jump before opening up. To the wings. Feisty swing. They have multiple players in different positions that can do a job. Boskovic playing as the off blocker because she's doing a job blocking out there. So Larson from the right side gets to work. Rosa Maria is causing some scenes alongside Anna Paula, but Larson and Boskovic are still leading the way. Booking, not sure what for, but just a warning. Still some arguing going on, or just registering the yellow card. Second referee with the score table. Larson, who's serving for this team, is probably at the moment irreplaceable. Again, it's out of system. It'd be great to have a stat that showed how many times one server got a team out of system. Good speed. It is a monster block from Carroll, just getting across. And look at the finish, the inside hand, the thumb just goes down, they drop inside, and they create really good angles. If the ball hits the block, it's going straight down. 7-0, race to the technical. 2 blocks in a row. And Praia, well, just when you start to doubt them, they come back with a vengeance. 2 massive, massive blocks in a row means they lead 8-7.
好，下面第3个请求，谢谢大家，一起来。好不好？我们站起来，还有
Ismailoglu getting it done out there, the Turkish international. And what a strong Turkish team they have now. Not the World Championship that they wanted, but the VNL that they desperately needed to prove that they could play at the level, making the finals. Clock's gone up, chases on. Well out of system, hit it. No, there's a dig. Another opportunity, free ball goes in. Width on the set, 2 in. And that's good setting. Realising the time to release the play to the outside when the ball is really stacked at 2. It's a really good opportunity to try and go off their hands or go through the split in the block. Still 1 point, the lead. Eagle eyes. Boskovic. Who also is speaking about the dreams of becoming Olympic champion yesterday after coming second with Serbia in 2016. Sliding away. Again, the block is just sitting tight on the slide attack. Seeing if they can access the line. Has to be a great set to release the line on the slide. Vidmare is shut down. Maybe now a longer set needed. Another service error. I make that 4 in this set from Praia. Larsson's back on the front court. Where Praia is struggling with their serves, Eczacibasi are finding aces with theirs. Melia Ismailoglu again, scoring on the front, scoring on the back. Flat punchy serves, quick in, fast to the outside, the speed is really, really good. Again, the quicker you play, the tougher it is to block it. Tougher to play defense as well. Nanda just talking all the time, leading. Larsson. It may look lucky, but once again, she's aware of if she goes to the line, there's a fixed blocker. If she tries to work back angle, the block that she's taking on is the block that's moving a long distance. With strong, drifting block, but the hands do a good job. Second opportunity, back to the outside, over the setter. They're just trying to go over the top of the smaller setter. And it works eventually, this time through the center. Deliberate tactic though to try and go over Eczacibasi. But it's the pipe that does the damage. Eczacibasi won't get involved in blocking 3. Eczacibasi's just sitting off on the tip, leaving a one-on-one through the pipe. They attack 1 because again they just are aware of the rotation they're in all the time and where they can score. Boskovic with a ripper. Second opportunity to Larsson. Good cover. 2 big bits of work in defense. Boskovic having to cover as well. Eczacibasi goes on the reverse pipe this time. Ismailoglu is done. Another opportunity. Entertaining rally this one. Larsson sometimes doesn't need to be asked twice, but when she isn't asked a third. Good moments for Eczacibasi because Eczacibasi is now on the backcourt, Boskovic on the front, so it's going to add some blocking, but also spiking. 3 on the front for another 2.5 rotations. Boskovic now out at 4, and a missed serve. Frustrating for Praia. Once again, when Praia miss, Eczacibasi go back and score. That's twice that's happened, and it's Larsen again. So many aces from Larsen. It's unbelievable. 3 in, another service run. We go to a technical timeout. Jordan Larsen in every set has been the gift that keeps giving for her team. Serving, scoring, playing defense. It's been Larsen's day. 16-13. The team from Turkey want this done in 4. Let's listen to the timeouts, see what's being said. They're just lining up the serving with the blocking. Timeouts, and this was a very close game that now has just, well, Eczacibasi have run away with it, really.
Diagonal longo no bico, estourou lá, corredor lá. Todas as vezes que a gente fez isso, o Mourinho foi pronto. Agora pode fechar, bloqueio grande.
Right, the barrier has to step into the space. Look what happens. Larsen goes and scores, this time from the backcourt. Boskovic is on 18 points as well now. As soon as she was off for half a set, she's still scoring. Blocking. Carroll. So high. But the ball needs to be in her path. Needs to be open to the setter. But that ball has to be high enough to work with the weapons that you have. 6 in a row from Larsen. This happens, well, this has happened in every match so far.
Arranca a cabeça dela lá, dá pau no cinto. Bem,
The top will do. Stays aggressive from a high point and decides to take the speed off the ball. They need a big run of their own now. Ellen. 5 or 6 missed serves. They can look back on this one, Praia, and know that they had their opportunities. They really did. They just did not take them. Beja. Insistent. Good angles. Anna Paula, again just working her feet inside the ball, working to the line. Good width. Boskovic, that's the Boskovic we didn't see in the first. The one where the ball drifts across her, takes an early angle, takes it late line. This is a Boskovic in this form that you just don't stop. You really don't. No matter what you do. She's so high as well. Straight passing to the outside, good speed. Speeding the game up again because there's no other option for the setter. They try and outrun the middle block. Boskovic does go long eventually. 5-point game, 4 will do it. Ana Paula with the serve. Good tempo. Good setting as well. Eczacibasi just finding Gimmeyer on that slide attack. 3 or 4 meters. Gimmeyer has to just lean a little bit in the air to find the gap, but on the right side with the ball coming across you, easier to see the court, that's for sure. Speed. Larson again goes away from the body. She takes pace off the ball for accuracy. Boskovic playing some defense. It might go back to her now. No, it goes to Larson. And Larson has got a touch off the block here. Challenge. Everyone pleading innocence here for Praia. It's a big point. 23-16 or 22-17. They need this, the Brazilian champions. Touch was given. It's very close. No touch at all. Hawkeye doing the business, changing the decision. Praia still have a chance. Second challenge by the looks of it. Unsure what quite for, but this one must be from Eczacibasi. Looks like it's for a net touch. A trump challenge. It's very close, but no touch and no trump challenge. Rosa Maria. Needing to keep the pressure on here from the baseline. It's too quick. It's not the prettiest point you'll ever see, but it's so effective. Quick off the arms, quick through the setter's hands, catching everyone cold here. Speed, the name of the game. Now there's 2 to take it. Passing way out of system. Chance to go to the opposite, where the middle is waiting on the slide attack. Malaysia brings up match points. Eczacibasi, VitrA of Turkey to top the pool and go through to the semi-finals of the FIVB World Club Championship as group winners. The dig is strong, but it's just out. 1 saved. It's been a good fight from Praia. That first set, super entertaining. Now with some of their big players on the bench, they will believe they can still go all the way here. Out of system, second opportunity, Boskovic tips over the top. Reactions of the highest quality though from Praia. Second opportunity through the pipe, Ismailoglu, dug! Third time, close to a net touch from Carroll, but not this time. Oh, another dig. Doesn't matter what they throw at them. Rosa Maria is playing unbelievable defense. Persistent, pays off. Really does. Fraser Maria with 2 or 3 world-class bits of defense. Third match point. Larson, overpass. 3 saved. Number 4 coming up. Larson, who has been faultless, just gets a bit tentative in her touch. The ball shoots off her arms. Timeout because Eczacibasi have lost 3 in a row on set points. Match point. Unbelievable. Happened. 4 match points saved. Boskovic swings wide. Now there's a bit of hope. Surely. Serving well, making big plays in defense. The big hitters not hitting. Ismailoglu with the pass. Back to Boskovic. This time, the boss delivers. Eczacibasi, well, it's taken them 4 sets. It's the first time all season in any competition that they've dropped a set, but Boskovic came good. Jordan Larson was incredible. A team effort. Praia, well, it looks as if they've used all of their squad today, but they will believe in their first 6 and the performance they put out here today. Nicole Fawcett's in incredible form in the first, serving really well and winning that first set for Praia Club. But Eczacibasi win this one 3 sets to 1. 27-25, 21-25, 25-11, 25-21 were the scores. And top of the pool now, Pool B, Eczacibasi VitrA. Praia will go through as second, but who?